All right. So you were a 20 handicap that had trouble hitting it solid. Coming in, I think that's already changed, okay? Your big thing that we are trying to do is get you in a position where the shaft actually shallows in the downswing. Now, we're gonna do all of that through creating more turn in your backswing and getting your hands farther behind you. Okay, so go ahead and set up. We're gonna just recreate and run through this feel. All right, I'm gonna grab your hips here. Now, I want you to start turning back for me. Go ahead. See how deep I get those hips? Now, the key to doing that is when I grab you, this lead knee moves in towards your trail knee. You started by taking that knee out towards the golf ball. All right, whenever that knee moves out, you're not gonna get a lot of turn. So set up again. Get this big turn, get that knee in. Now, if we look at where the hands are, they're way farther behind you, right? Yep. But you didn't change anything in terms of arm structure to get it there, right? We did it all with your body. That's the cue that I want you to have. Get that big turn to get yourself in position. Go ahead and rip one for me. Now, the one other thing I would do with you, go ahead and set up. I want you to feel as though your feet are a little bit more separated. They're a little too close. Get them a little bit wider than that. There you go. Now take both of your toes and point them ever so slightly out. There you go. All right, so we're working on two major issues, okay? We're trying to get more turn out of your backswing, and we're trying to get the shaft to come down in a little bit different manner, right? We want to use your body in the downswing. You are all arms going into it. You're 9 handicap, and you're just puring everything now. So let's set up, let's recap everything. So the first movement in your backswing, go ahead, set up to that, is feeling this hip turn. So go back to the top and stop. Now you see how big that turn is right there? Now, if you look at where the butt of the club is, it's getting close to that heel. Don't roll that foot out. Keep that down a little bit more. Boom. That's getting close to the heel. Earlier, you were in front of your toe. Okay, so that's a major change in terms of the amount of depth that you have in your backswing. The second thing we want to do is downswing related. So go up again for me. I want you to feel when you're making your downswing, go ahead and start turning for me, that you're going to leave this arm into your chest, and you're going to feel this lead shoulder stays down longer, everything stays connected, and then rips off your chest through impact. Oh, you are a fun case, right? You get crossed up at the top of your backswing, right? It's crossed up. So the club is pointing back towards your head, and then you actually shallow well, but because of where your hands are, there's no room for them to work out. So you end up still being steep and cutting across the ball, and we talked about the big slice being the miss, okay? So your key, I want you to exaggerate a feel here, okay? You have a flatter backswing, okay? Everything stays flat up to the top, and then at the last second, everything goes and crosses up because this arm shoots up and away from your body. I want you to feel like you are going to keep that elbow more tucked in your backswing, but I also want you to add the feel of keeping this wrist flat, okay? You have a good strong grip on there now, but the flatter that lead wrist, that's gonna do two things. That's gonna keep you up to the top from getting crossed up, and it's also gonna be putting you in a position where the club face is actually under control. Does that make sense? Yep. So go ahead and set up. Start going back for me. The exaggerated feel is gonna be this, right? So that's way too flat. I don't think you're ever gonna get there. Right. But if you feel that's where you're stopping, okay? That's gonna put you in a good position at the top, and it should turn something and look something like this. Okay. Does that make sense? Yeah. That's the feeling you're trying to get. So go up for me, show me that exaggerated feel. Good turn, beautiful. So you're not even really that flat there. You feel like you're super flat, yeah. But that's a good position. From there, we can just bring that club down, work from the inside, and that face is square. You don't have to manipulate through impact. It just puts you in a good position for a good strike. Okay. We know you have an open club face, right? So you get the club across the palm there, okay? I want you to feel like you're gonna squeeze everything down here more in the fingertips, right? And you see the distance you have between your thumb and your trigger finger? Yep. I want you to be able to feel like you're squeezing a quarter in there when you're holding it. So grip that club like that, okay? That's gonna, you can get that a little bit stronger. More in the, there you go, good. That's gonna take care of the open club face part, okay? Now the next important key for you, set up for me. I want you to feel like you're gonna get a bigger turn. So go back to the top and stop. There you go. See how that body's really moving there? See how this knee is moving in too?
Yep.
Okay, that's gonna be one of the keys. We don't want the knee going out towards the golf ball. We want it coming in. Now the third and final feel to get rid of your big slice. We wanna feel like this arm, or this wrist, and the lead wrist here, is gonna be flatter coming in, and we're gonna keep everything tight to our body and feel like everything's going more out to the right, okay? So we talked about how, for a player that has a big slice, you wanna feel like the club head's traveling out through impact, right? You don't want it to travel out early. You want it to happen late, right before impact. So feel everything's back behind you, and then it's gonna fling out in front of you through the strike. Hey guys, if you like this video, please like and comment. I come out with new content every Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Thanks a lot, you guys.